Hello everyone, my name is Edmond Ade. I am a co-founder of Amre Finance. I am a development finance professional with over 20 years experience in the industry. I'm also a certified financial planner and a wealth manager. But most importantly, I believe my calling is as an impact entrepreneur who is passionate about solutions to Africans' problems, one of them being access to finance. That's why I joined the team to embark on this journey to create Africa's most rewarding financial community. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the Amre Finance platform, which we have taken the pains to conceive the idea to create a multi-sided platform that would bring together different stakeholders and different players in the ecosystem to create impact within Africa. So what's Amre Finance? Amre Finance, although it's spelled A-M-R-E, is actually pronounced Amra, and it stands for Africa's most rewarding financial community. The concept which we've designed to create an ecosystem where creators or social entrepreneurs who have creative ideas to solve the different problems within the African community or African countries can come onto the platform and source the much needed finance required for them to deliver on their objectives. On the other hand, backers who could be Africans in diaspora or Africans within the continent, crypto adopters, or even friends of Africa can also come onto the platform, be able to give their dollars, their tokens, whether from $5, $10, whatever they feel led to give to these different campaigns to enable them to create the impact that we expect within the continent. So when it started, Amre Finance actually was born 3 years ago, where we initially incorporated in the UK. And the idea was to create a global platform that would be able to solve some of the critical issues required to create a platform like this, such as the regulatory challenges, the technological challenges, as well as putting together the different stakeholders. We felt at the time that the UK would be an appropriate jurisdiction for that purpose. However, over time, that didn't work out, and we had to deregister the company in the UK, and we ultimately settled for Rwanda. And why Rwanda? We found that Rwanda had created an ecosystem which gives us the perfect environment to be innovative in the financial sector, to come up with solutions that would be able to solve some of the most pressing problems in Africa. In Rwanda, we found a very forward-thinking regulator who's been able to work with us to find the most appropriate regime for the regulatory requirements for Amre Finance. We also found an ecosystem of other stakeholders who we can partner with and co-create this system. Rwanda happens to be at the very forefront of African development right now and is really best positioned for an innovation like this. Geographically, it also works given our Pan-African vision. So, who are the people we expect to come on to Amre Finance? We expect social entrepreneurs, creative talents in Africa, anyone who has Africa at heart, who has an idea to be able to solve some of the most pressing problems, any of the problems that have been highlighted within the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the UN, should be able to come onto the platform, create their campaign, and be able to raise the capital required for them to be able to achieve their objectives. On the other hand, we have come up with a concept called return on charity, which actually rewards the altruistic nature of our backers. Naturally, we know there are a lot of people that just give to be able to give back to the community for altruistic reasons. However, we believe that there can be extra incentives for them in the form of getting return on charity, which is measured in two folds. On the one hand, we want to ensure that every dollar that they contribute to each of these campaigns would go a long way. And we measure that through ensuring that the majority of the funds raised, potentially up to 95%, actually goes to the end beneficiaries. The other measure of their return on charity would be in the form of the Amre tokens, which they will earn for every dollar that they contribute or donate to any campaign on the platform. Over time, we believe that these tokens could become valuable, and that will be another potential financial return on their charity. So who are our ideal partners? Well, our ideal partners would form two sides of the divide. First part will be on the creator side. This will be any social entrepreneurs or anyone who has a creative idea to solve some of the most pressing problems in the African community, who should be able to come onto the platform, go through the incubation process and through the onboarding process, and ultimately have their campaign onboarded on the platform and ready for fundraising. On the other hand, we need individuals, corporates, other institutions, international organizations who all have Africa's interest at heart, who can come onto the platform and be able to back these campaigns or like these campaigns or refer these campaigns to others, and ultimately interact with the creators themselves. In that way, they will be able to create impact while also getting a chance to earn Amre tokens, which will ultimately be part of their return on charity. So on the 3rd of October 2024, what can you expect? It's a virtual launch, which we'll be doing in Kigali from 7 p.m. Rwandan time. We actually do plan to have a physical launch much later during the year, around December. But for this launch on the virtual part of it, we'd expect that the creators who have already gone through the incubation process, who have already been vetted, will be able to showcase their campaigns to everyone present through a pitching exercise. And this way you can interact with them, you can ask questions, and ultimately you hopefully be able to back these campaigns. For the backers, you would have the opportunity to learn more about the Amre Finance platform, all the different specific and key features that it has, and what makes it different from every other impact platform out there. What are some of the things you can get, and a bit more information about things like the Amre token. You'll ultimately be able to interact with some of our other stakeholders as well and network. So come one, come all on the 3rd of October and be part of Africa's most impactful crowdfunding platform. Thank you. Hello, everyone.
From Kigali, Rwanda. Which city are you coming in from? Do share with us in the comment section, because we do know that we are streaming across the whole world. We are launching Amre Finance to the whole world. Thank you for joining us. We are excited. To unveil to you Amre Finance. Amre Finance, this is something that we need as an African continent. This is something that we need as the whole world, and we're going to be sharing more about Amre Finance shortly. So are you excited as I am? Do write in the comment section, how excited are you? What are you looking forward to? What are some of the solutions that you think we can bring to the table to be able to work collectively to find innovative solutions and answers to some of the pressing challenges here within the African continent? Yes, do continue writing on the comment section, and do share which social media platform are you following this live session on. I am coming from we are currently live in Kigali, Rwanda. I'm currently in Kigali, Rwanda. It is 7:39 p.m. here in Kigali. What time is it where you are currently? Which city? I can see someone is super excited.
To get us in the mood to even tell us why we're here, what to expect, I'd like to invite the co-founder and the CEO of Amre Finance, Mr. Edmond Ade, who is going to take us through the vision and the reason why we're here.
Thank you very much, Sonia. Good evening to everyone. For those who are in my time zone from Kigali, good morning to some of you probably who are connecting from North America, and those who are probably in Asia. It's a good evening for you as well. It's absolutely an amazing time for us at Amre Finance. We are super excited with the launch of the Amre Finance platform, something which we've had in the design thinking phase for almost 2 years, trying to put together the pieces to ensure that we have a platform that would be able to meet the aspirations of our objectives. So we are super excited. I just want to say an amazing thank you and a job well done to the technical team behind the scenes, the work they are putting in to try and make sure that we have this live event going. We're dealing with a few technical glitches here and there, a bit of internet connection or instability, and trying to coordinate these different platforms to be able to come live to you. So thank you so much. And of course, to the amazing Amre Finance team, all the guys behind the scenes, together we worked for the last 2 years to put together the strategy, the vision, to bring forth the technology to convert this idea onto a platform that works, and to ultimately integrate all the elements to ensure that we have a working solution that would meet the objectives. So what is Amre Finance? Well, Amre, which is spelled A-M-R-E, and it's actually pronounced Amra, actually stands for Africa's most rewarding financial community. And the real objective or the mission is to build Africa's most trusted, inclusive, and rewarding financial community. Our vision is to uplift Africa's creative talent, the communal spirit that we have in Africa, and the altruistic nature that is inherently African, and of course the entrepreneurial spirit as well, with the use of the Amre. And to do that, we've come up with different ideas, and one of them is a secret sauce which we have conceived called a return on charity, essentially a concept that would be able to reward altruistic backers of impact campaigns with a tangible return on their charity. And this tangible return could be in the form of making sure the dollar that they contribute goes a long way to meet the impact that they are seeking to achieve, as well as potentially getting a tangible financial return on their charity. So the impact platform, which is what we're talking about today, because Amre is going to have multiple iterations with different product lines, but the key service and the key platform we are talking about with our go live is the impact funding platform, which is the Amre Finance platform, and it is a two-sided online platform where we are able to connect kind-hearted, knowledgeable, and successful Africans, especially those living in the diaspora, but also, of course, the upcoming African population in the continent who are into the middle class, who are getting into spaces where they have the buying power, as well as people like Friends of Africa. These are people that have Africa at heart, who are looking to give back to the continent, to uplift the population. So we call these ones Friends of Africa, and they can be anywhere in the world, as well as charitable foundations, donor organizations, family offices, and even businesses which have corporate social responsibility budgets. We call these ones backers, and they would come onto this platform and connect directly with creators of impact campaigns. These are social entrepreneurs who have come up with ideas to solve the important problems that we have in Africa, be it access to water, access to clean energy, environmental issues, and all the other problems that are highlighted within the 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals. These creators will then connect to backers and to get the much needed finance that they need for their campaign. So, why is the Amre Finance platform different? First of all, creators. For creators, they are going to have multiple benefits. So, number one, these creators tend to have been rejected by the incumbents. So those who are already in the development finance space, be it in international organizations, tend to work with grassroots organizations. And so for most of them, they get rejected, or they don't pass through the very stringent conditions to be able to get funding from these established institutions. So they would be able to come onto our platform, direct access to backers. So that's the fair benefit for creators. Also, they will be able to benefit from free incubation. This is really capacity building, where we'll be able to handhold them and uplift their campaigns, their structures, and their strategy to ensure that they are best suited or fine-tuned to be able to address the problems that they are looking to address. So that will be through free incubation support, which we'll be able to give to these creators. Then they'll also be able to get visibility of their campaigns. We have seen campaigns coming from remote areas in Africa that would never have been able any visibility, and now they are getting access to the global world through our platform. For backers, they would have multiple benefits as well. The first one being the risk transformation that we provide. What does this mean? This means we'll be able to take the time to vet campaigns, ensure that they are properly crafted, the strategies are right, such that they'll be able to meet the objectives which they seek to achieve. Normally, if you are a donor, to try and vet campaigns can be a very onerous task, but we'll be able to do this work for you to make sure that only the very best vetted campaigns with the right strategy, would be showcased on our platform for fundraising. So that will be the first benefit for backers. The second benefit then will be, we'll take out some of the middlemen that are already in this process, who tend to be very expensive. There are reports out there of potentially up to 80% of amounts collected through incumbents tend to be used for their overheads, and only about 20% goes to the end beneficiaries. We're going to disintermediate that, take off that middleman, and ensure that the majority of the funds raised actually go for the target beneficiaries. And most importantly for backers, they will be able to get what we call return on charity. And we're going to measure the return on charity in two folds. The first one will be the fact that the dollars that they contribute to the different campaigns will go a long way, because the majority of the amounts contributed will go to the end beneficiaries. We're targeting up to 95% of that. And the fact that they will be able to get a reward in the form of Amre, which is digital money, which ultimately we would go through the process and ensure that this becomes valuable in the future. That is how they'll be able to get a tangible reward or a tangible return for their charity. So, what can we expect from Amre going forward? Our 2028 ambition is to convert about 25% of the target 600 million backers, which we have forecasted, which will lead to up to $3.8 billion of funding that we can be able to attract, which will go to impact campaigns in Africa. And we estimate that will be able to reach out to at least 38,000 campaigns. And what we can expect from you all would be for you to join our community. We have these different communities on different social media handles, on Twitter or X, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. We have a YouTube channel, and be able to chat to creators, get onto our platform, create your accounts, be able to go through the campaigns that are there, like them, back them, refer them, join the community, bring others into the community, and together, let's just do it and bring the change in Africa. Thank you very much, Sonia.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ade, for really telling us more details why we're here. Very, very exciting, isn't it? I am excited. Are you excited? Please continue to share with us in the comment section. Where are you following this conversation from? Which city are you joining? What are your expectations for tonight? As it has really been shared, Amre Finance is not just a platform. It is designed to empower entrepreneurs. It is designed to foster innovation and drive impactful change across industries. So we are going to hear later on from 6 different pitches from 6 different entrepreneurs who span across different African countries. We'll have an entrepreneur coming in from DRC. We'll have another one coming in from Cameroon. And we are currently in Kigali. So we are breaking barriers. We are moving across borders to get to really see how we can work as a collective to be able to find some solutions to the pressing challenges here within the African continent, and they will also have an impact and they will drive change globally. So now we're going to get ready to invite our next speaker. We'll be receiving our keynote speaker shortly. But before we get to invite our keynote speaker, I still want to hear from you. What are you excited about? Do you have any particular solution? Do you have any particular initiative that you're working on? Do share with us here on the chat section. And please remember, you can find more information on the Amre Finance website, www.amrefinance.com. You can get more information how to join. You can get more information how to be a backer and support some of these entrepreneurs. Okay, which social media platform are you following this conversation on? We are streaming live across YouTube, we're streaming live across Facebook and Instagram, as well as Twitter. So do share with us where you're finding this conversation. Yes, and as you do share with us what you're looking forward to, what you're excited about, I am now going to invite our keynotes for today. With us, we are delighted to have Leon Kanamujire. He's a fintech coordinator at the Rwanda ICT Chamber. He is a fintech ecosystem expert with over 13 years of experience working with payment service providers, mobile network operators, digital financial services, e-government services, to name just a few. Leon, the platform is yours.
It's a very, very pleasure to be on the platform and also to hear what Amre Finance is doing across the world. It's a very, very impactful platform, and I believe your platform is going to be a game changer for what we call digital finance crowdfunding. And I see it's a very needful platform where people can interact and can collect funds and money across the world, and also from their beloved one and siblings across the world. And also pleasure to be on the platform and speaking on behalf of our market, like the Rwandan market. They give a topic saying like there are a lot of digital finance in bridging the socio-economic in African market, which is very interesting topic again. And also I really love to speak on this topic because it's something I've been doing and something I'm loving to do in the African market, and to see how the digital finance is growing in African market, especially in our region. When I'm saying our region is in East Africa. I've been seeing these things involving in the market, crossing the money handling from our traditional wallet to be a digital. So when we say digital finance, it's everything related to the transaction digitally, where we do payment, where we do lending, where we do cash collection, where we send money to our relatives, and also making payment in different ways using a digital means. It can be a digital wallet, it can be a digital coin, or any other form of e-money. So that's when we call a digital finance. So on the other side, how this can bridge the socio-economic in Africa. How this can bridge the socio-economic gap in Africa. The first things I can say, which is very interesting, is promoting financial inclusion. In Africa, so many people they don't have access to finance. They don't have access to capital. But when it comes to digital finance, people now can access they can access lending through digital wallet, and also they can access capital through crowdfunding capital, something like that. And also it's be another revenue stream model which is not existing in a past decade. So if I can say, like in our market, more of 70,000 people now are using mobile money and agents banking as a revenue stream, where they act like a agents network, and also another form of doing lending, and also transaction model, exchanging the currency in one wallet and another, where like a digital cloud platform where people can interact with one wallet to another and making money in that transaction. And also we do have what we call a digital agent, where I can use my wallet and my platform, like one of the platform, maybe to offer service, essential service, like the routine service we need, we used to have in our lifestyle. And then doing so, I can make money as a digital agent or as a referral digital agent. So it can be a revenue stream then, and again, it can empower small, medium, and corporate enterprise, where the people who are struggling to get capital, the people who are struggling to make transaction, now it's very easier for them to leverage the capital and also to get the lending, the micro loan through the platform. You can be having a platform now and using the platform to buy or to manage your petty cash as an institution. But when you get to the point where you get broke, you can go to that platform and they lend yourself the money. You make your payment. You make your payment and pay later with the small interest, but nothing goes to stuck in your business because you are out of money, something like that. So I can say it's empowering small medium enterprise, and also it's also reducing in terms of transaction cost. Most of the time, especially in the Rwandan case, we used to have in the past 6-7 years, we used to make like mileage to go for government officials to seek or to find government documents. Like if I'm looking like a birth certificate now, I can do it a lighter way in my desk. No need to interact with someone else. No need to make miles and kilometers to find someone who can help me, or going to government officials. So I can say it's reducing the transaction cost, and also it's facilitating to reduce the money which we spend to make a transaction, like essential transaction, in a normal way. So we also saying it can increase the social welfare. Social welfare, maybe in terms of increasing the job creation, and also the inclusivity, where it's not regarding like which status of your life, and also if you are a woman or man, if you are maybe a disabled people, you can be able or access this digital service. Actually, there's one research saying that the disabled people is easier for them to do a digital service more than doing like this hard work, or this work that is requiring or requesting people to use their energy on their muscles. So it's very easy for them to be integrated in digital finance rather than doing other work. So I can say a lot of things about the benefit and a lot of digital finance, but again, it doesn't mean there is no challenge or anything else that can block the things to be distributed or to reach to so many people. So there's still a lot of work to do, especially in Africa, to increase the infrastructure, internet penetration, the usage of smartphone, and also what we call like a digital retailers, for people to be able to interact with digital platform and digital device, so that they be able to interact with all these platforms. If Amre Finance is here, and then it means if I don't have any access to internet, if I don't have access to any form of device which can help me to navigate all their service, then it doesn't mean anything to me. So it's still a lot of work to do to increase the infrastructure base, to increase the digital literacy, to also looking on regulation framework on the side, maybe the policy for the digital currency, the policy of doing transaction, the cross-border payment, the KYC process. All of those things is things we need to figure out and to solve for the market to be ready to accommodate everyone across the market. I think that's it. Thank you, Fiona, and thank you, everyone. That's what I can mention, and I can highlight this conversation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Leon, for joining us and for sharing those insights. They actually do amplify what we're doing here today as Amre Finance. They do amplify the need for a platform like this. As you've said, you've highlighted some of the gaps that we have within the market, and this particular platform is here to respond to some of those gaps. This platform, Amre Finance, is more than just a platform. It's here to unlock the potential of entrepreneurs who are shaping a better and more sustainable future. We appreciate the insights that you've shared with us, and now we are going to go to the part of this event that's very exciting. We're going to really get to understand from the entrepreneurs what solutions are they bringing on board. As I had mentioned earlier, we have six pitches that we're going to share with you today. We have different entrepreneurs who are also joining us, and they'll be ready to answer your questions at the end of the 6 pitches. If you have any question, you can go ahead and just write it in the comment section, and the team will be able to share it with the entrepreneurs and we'll get a response to them. So we are now going to start with our first pitch for today. I am excited because these are groundbreaking solutions. We're going to start with our first pitch for this evening. We will be hearing from Senke Yannick, who is joining us all the way from Cameroon. Now, Yannick is an accomplished manager with a master's degree in management and information system. He is an economist and he's a member of Son Don de Sang, which is leading vast continuous awareness campaigns digitally and in field actions to promote voluntary blood donation, including recruiting, supervising, and monitoring voluntary blood donors, converting family blood donors to voluntary blood donors, and retaining them. Now we're going to hear his pitch. We're going to play up the pitch video. Yannick is here with us, but he'll be able to answer if you have any questions later after we get to hear all the 6 video pitches. Now, the technical team is going to go ahead and play the video pitch.
In Cameroon. Unfortunately, we barely collect 200,000 bags each year. As a result, many people die due to this shortage. Thousands of women in a state of pregnancy, during childbirth or following childbirth, die every day because of hemorrhages. Sickle cell patients die before the age of 5 due to severe anemia and the unavailability of blood bags. By promoting voluntary blood donation in Cameroon, we are acting for health access to everybody. With blood donation, we help reduce the mortality of women in general and the pregnant ones in particular. We ensure that children aged 0 to 5 do not die from severe anemia, and also that accident victims and those who have undergone surgery are saved. Our long-term goal is to recruit more donors in all the regions of Cameroon via mobile campaigns and sensitizations in schools, in markets, in churches. We want the blood bags to be accessible and affordable for everyone, even in the remote areas. Together, let's support voluntary blood donation in Cameroon. Together, let's reduce the mortality rate in Cameroon. Together, let's save lives.
SOS dans le sang, donnons notre sang, préservons la vie.
SOS don de sang, let's donate our blood, let's preserve life. $400,000. That is the number of blood bags needed every year in Cameroon. Unfortunately, we barely collect 200,000 bags each year.
There we've had, that was a pitch from Yannick all the way from Cameroon. Now we are going to go right across the border to Kinshasa. We are going to get another pitch video from Paradis, who's going to be sharing with us her solution today. And Paradis, she's a graduate in public international law, very motivated and ambitious with 4 years of professional experience as an administrative assistant in marketing and communication. She is also the president of the Mama Paradis Foundation for proper functioning of the association. We're now going to hear her pitch video.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Paradis Chilanda, présidente de la fondation Maman Paradis. J'aimerais vous faire une petite vidéo afin de voir nos actions depuis 2017 jusqu'à ce jour.
Dimanche 25 août 2024, la Fondation Maman Paradis a fait une descente dans des orphelinats pour partager des kits scolaires aux enfants afin de bénéficier de l'éducation.
Chaque année, nous partons pour assister les enfants démunis, les défavorables. Et voilà, aujourd'hui, dans l'orphelinat, nous étions venus déposer quelques fournitures scolaires pour permettre à ces enfants d'étudier dans de très bonnes conditions et permettre à ce qu'ils grandissent avec une éducation de base comme tous les enfants démocratiques du Congo.
Les enfants ont droit à l'amour et à l'éducation. De millions d'enfants en République démocratique du Congo souffrent et traversent ces périodes difficiles d'éducation. La Fondation Maman Paradis apporte une aide sociale, humanitaire, en les assistant par des formations, par des vivres, mais aussi par des kits scolaires et un accompagnement permettant à ces enfants de préparer leur avenir. La Fondation Maman Paradis est accompagnée des hommes et femmes qui ont accepté de mettre la main dans la pâte dans l'accompagnement de cette grande vision afin de permettre qu'un espoir soit nourri. L'école pour tous, l'avenir pour tous, les enfants d'abord. La Fondation Maman Paradis organise également des activités, des conférences, des ateliers sur le développement personnel, sur les capacités à mettre en place afin de promouvoir l'entrepreneuriat. Et cela commence maintenant. Plusieurs enfants scolarisés, plusieurs enfants pris en charge par la Fondation Maman Paradis. Grâce à toutes ces bonnes personnes, de loin comme de près, assistant ces enfants défavorables dans des conditions pénibles. Espérons un avenir certain. Espérons une réussite de la part de ces enfants. Nous les accompagnons du peu que nous pouvons. Partager un repas avec eux, leur donner un sourire au visage est un signe d'espoir pour ces enfants innocents. La Fondation Maman Paradis enregistre plusieurs enfants diplômés d'État au cours de cette année 2024.
La Fondation Maman Paradis cesse de faire appel à tous les partenaires qui veulent nous assister afin de rendre concret cette vision. Et nous vous souhaitons la bienvenue.
Tel que vous venez de le voir, on a déjà eu à faire plusieurs choses dans le cadre de notre fondation, qui est une association sans but lucratif. Notre but principal est d'aider les enfants défavorisés vivant dans des zones rurales et pourquoi pas aux filles mères. Alors, je fais appel à tous les partenaires dans le monde entier. Nous avons besoin de 26 800 $, pour l'accomplissement de notre projet, afin d'ouvrir un centre de formation professionnelle pour les orphelins, afin d'adhérer à cette vision et redonner sourire à un enfant, redonner espoir à un enfant. Ensemble, nous pouvons redonner vie, réaliser un rêve. Je vous dis merci.
That she is bringing to us today. Henrietta leads with expertise in child protection and partnerships. She ensures a comprehensive support for vulnerable youth, builds strategic collaborations, and strengthens the organization's capacity to provide essential services. Her leadership fosters resilience and empowerment in conflict-affected communities. Let's take a listen to her innovative solution.
Life Association in Buea, Cameroon. I am here today to solicit to you, dear backers, to back up my campaign, which aim at creating a vocational training center where life skills can be given to the most vulnerable teenage and single mothers, and it is also my wish that unemployed people will benefit from this great service. Gender-based violence incidents report data last year 2021 revealed that about 976,000 people are suffering from gender-based violence, with the most affected being denial of opportunities and resources, as well as physical violence. And this denial of opportunities and resources include education and training, and this is what I'm here to offer to these people. My intention is to help people or to start up a vocational training center where I can have skills such as tailoring, traditional embroidery, interior decor, beads designs, hair fascinators and party fan, transformation of reusable plastic bottles into beautifully designed flower vases, and a lot more. It is interesting for you to know that I'm already doing something very small on ground in that line, where I'm currently training a few girls. I've trained girls into cosmetic production, tailoring, embroidery, and a lot more. And I think with this campaign, if I have the required backup, I'm going to expand it, and thousands of people will benefit from this, so that we can help transform Cameroon, transform Africa, and help these most vulnerable people and unemployed youth of Cameroon to put food on the table and feed their children. Thank you for following my campaign. I'm Dr. Dorin.
That was a pitch by Henrietta, all the way from Cameroon. We have had from 3 out of the 6 entrepreneurs. Halfway there. And remember, if you have any question for any of these entrepreneurs, do write it in the comment section. We'll have a Q&A session right after we get to hear all the 6 pitches. Up next, we're going to hear from Catherine Tea, all the way from Gabon. She's going to be sharing with us her solution. Now, Catherine is a lawyer by practice who is the president and co-founder of Idiano Association. It is a collective of dynamic young women and men from different origins who organize actions, social services in favor of young single mothers, disadvantaged children, the elderly, and in general unemployed people. Later, the NGO expanded its activities to environmental protection with a particular emphasis on coastal beaches and the recycling of plastic and glasses.
Alors salut à tous, nous sommes là effectivement pour lutter contre, pour protéger notre environnement. Et pour protéger notre environnement, nous avons besoin effectivement des humains pour pouvoir gonfler les rangs. Mais nous avons aussi besoin de matériel. Donc si vous ne pouvez pas vous déplacer pour nous soutenir, pour mener ce combat avec nous, vous pouvez nous soutenir au moins dans les besoins dont nous avons. Nous avons vraiment besoin des gilets, nous avons besoin d'eau, nous avons besoin de gants, nous avons besoin
de pince à déchets,
de pince à déchets,
sacs poubelles, surtout
des sacs poubelles. Voilà, prioritairement ce sont les sacs poubelles, prioritairement ce sont les gants, pour pouvoir aider nos bénévoles à pouvoir se protéger contre ces saletés que nous venons constater. Nous avons vraiment besoin de votre aide. Donc du matériel et puis aussi nous soutenir financièrement pour que nous-mêmes puissions aller sur le terrain à aller prendre ce matériel-là. Nous n'avons pas besoin de grandes choses. Vous pouvez normalement pour contribuer à partir même de 100 francs. Je me dis 100 francs, tu peux par 200 000 personnes, donc 30% de la population de Libreville, c'est déjà beaucoup. Sinon vous pouvez aussi envoyer, je crois, à 10 000, 15 000, 20 000, selon la journée, votre générosité. Nous avons vraiment besoin de vous. Alors on attend que vous.
That was a pitch from Catherine all the way in Gabon. Now we have 2 more pitches that we're going to hear from. And remember, if you have any question about any of the initiatives that I have pitched, do write it down in the comment section. Right after the last 2 pitches, we're going to have time for question and answer. Up next, we're going to hear from Mr. Dofor, all the way coming in from Cameroon. Now, he is an accomplished educationist, social worker, and social entrepreneur. As founder and president of S7 Holdings LLC, he oversees its subsidiary companies, Summer Care, a home care service provider, and Votech Academic Group Limited, an education company. Driven by a caregiving vocation, Summer's work focuses on supporting and empowering vulnerable and disadvantaged individuals, enabling them to reach their full potential. He is a devoted family man. His endeavors positively impact the lives of thousands, ensuring their well-being and prosperity. Take a listen. Here is his speech.
I am Ndofo Nwana Davidson Sama, the initiator of the project From Guns to Skills, Redefining Education and Rebuilding Communities. This is a vocational technical education project that aims at curbing down on the recruitment of children into armed groups, providing safe spaces for children in armed conflict regions with psychosocial and trauma therapy, integrating these vulnerable children into the classroom environment where they are empowered with vocational technical skills and academic accreditations, creating opportunities for them to rebuild and impact their communities positively. I am here to solicit from backers the sum of $52,785 US, which will enable me invest in equipping a mini simulation industrial workshop where learners will gain hands-on skills in their different engineering specialties. Since my life was spared by a student, which motivated me to start up this initiative, I am positive that with your donations, you will spare the lives of millions of youths in the armed conflict region of Cameroon by replacing the guns in their hands with industrial skills and tools for community development. Thank you for your generosity.
That was From Gun to Skills, all the way from Cameroon. We are now going to transition to our last pitch for this evening. We're going to hear what Isaac Kabwe is sharing with us here today. And remember, you can share your questions if you have any on the comment section, and we'll have a Q&A with the different initiatives. We're going to hear Kai Makola, as General Manager. He's responsible for the overall oversight of the company's operations and strategy. His studies and experiences have allowed to develop a strategic vision while mastering operational aspects such as drinking water drilling, plumbing, and the environmental impacts of the oil sector. And this is why, as a group of engineers, they decided to use their skills and their own means to install sustainable water wells in villages, thus contributing to the health and well-being of local populations. Now, let's turn our attention to the pitch video.
La République démocratique du Congo, avec une population de 109 millions d'habitants, fait face à un défi majeur. Près de 51 millions de nos concitoyens n'ont pas accès à de l'eau potable. Pourtant, notre pays détient plus de la moitié des réserves d'eau d'Afrique, avec 135 cours d'eau, comme l'indique une étude du Programme des Nations Unies pour le développement. En tant que membre du groupe Israël Technique, nous avons décidé de nous unir pour faire face à cette crise. Nous avons déjà réalisé plusieurs forages d'eau dans divers villages tels que Kikwit, Kingandu, Kindi, Kinzuku, Ndwe, Mbamba, Songololo, Kimbimbi, Katundu, Luanzu. Mais nous rencontrons des limitations techniques. Actuellement, notre équipement nous permet des forages à une profondeur maximale de 130 mètres, alors que certaines zones nécessitent des forages allant jusqu'à 330 mètres. C'est pourquoi nous sollicitons votre soutien. Avec un investissement dans une machine de forage plus performante, nous pourrions étendre notre portée et fournir un accès durable à l'eau potable pour des milliers de familles. Ensemble, nous pouvons transformer cette situation critique en une opportunité de développement pour notre communauté. Nous croyons fermement qu'avec votre aide, nous pouvons améliorer la qualité de vie des millions de Congolais et contribuer à un avenir meilleur pour les défavorables. Nous vous remercions pour votre attention et espérons pouvoir compter sur votre soutien.
Okay, that was our final pitch for this evening for Hajj Do by a team of engineers who are showing us the initiative, the impact that they're having in communities. Thank you to all our incredible entrepreneurs. We've had 6 different initiatives for sharing their inspiring stories, their innovative solutions. And now we're going to open the floor to questions. If you have any question, if there's a particular person you'd want to direct your question to, do share it with us. We have the first question that is coming in. I can see we have comments. If you have any question, please do share with us. We can see we have people who are joining us all the way. We have some joining us from Nigeria. We have some joining us from Brazil. We have others joining us from Cameroon. Now let's try and see. We are getting so many questions, so many comments all from the different participants. Okay, we have a comment from B saying, this is fantastic and your resilience and dedication is evident in the results we are seeing today. Okay, we can see some people are joining us from Canada. Okay, thank you all for joining us. And if you want to get to know more about the different creators, you can join, you can go ahead and follow the website www.amrefinance.com. If you have any questions, you can just go ahead and share your insights with us, and do connect with the different entrepreneurs. Do connect on the platform. Amre Finance, a platform, is here to connect you if you are a well-wisher, if you want to share in the development of our continent, if you are a social entrepreneur, if you are a creative talent, if you want to raise capital, this is the platform for you. If you want to connect with the backer, or if the backers want to connect with the creators, Amre Finance is the place for you. We are now going to go into another exciting part of today's session. Okay, and now even before we go to the next session, which is getting to know how you can donate, getting to know how you can connect with the different creators, I would like to open the floor to the co-founder and CEO, Mr. Edmond, to come and just share with us a few insights.
Thank you so much, Fiona. Yeah, I thought it was important for me to just come in at this stage after the videos that we've seen from the different creators to maybe just highlight a few things around the creator journey. We have designed a risk mitigation strategy which allows for creators of these campaigns to go through different vetting processes before they can be showcased on the platform. And it's important we highlight that because, you know, on behind the scenes, we have more than 20 different creators right now at different stages of that process. If you get onto our website, you would see what we create a journey map and what it takes for a creator to get to the point where we can actually showcase their campaign on the platform. And I just want to say kudos to all those creators that we've been able to get to this point where we're able to get these pitches from them. they have been able to surmount a lot of challenges in terms of access to internet, in terms of limited resources, to be able to put together these videos that be able to send out to you guys. It's important to note that for anyone who is involved in fundraising in the non-profit space, you will recognize how difficult it can be to put together a project that can be funded by the incumbents. And so to have these ones go through that process, which we've been working with them for weeks, giving them tips, giving them ideas, fine-tuning some of those videos and fine-tuning their pitches to get it to a point where at least it's able to get to you guys has been an amazing job. We do recognize that not everyone is able to listen to a video and make up their mind about whether they should back a campaign or not. But that's why we design a process where it's there is a write-up of the campaign. So if you get onto the platform, you create your account, you should be able to read through different elements of the different campaigns. What we have tried to do is to create a standardized process where the information disclosure is consistent. That way, for those who prefer to read, they can read through the story. What is it that motivated the individual to start the campaign? For a lot of them, they have personal stories as to why they decided to solve a particular problem, sometimes from very personal losses in the family, and recognizing that a lot more people have a similar problem and trying to create a solution for that, putting a team together, using some of their own resources initially, and being able to put a campaign together. It's not an easy task at all in the African continent. So these ones have been able to go through that, and we think it's important for those of you who are having questions, who need more information. You can go on the site right now and you read more about the different campaigns. In the coming days, we will be onboarding more and more campaigns because there are different stages of the onboarding process, and as they get to the point where they are ready, we will be able to showcase more campaigns. We have campaigns in Rwanda that are still cooking. We have campaigns even in South Africa. We have campaigns in so many other countries in Africa that are still cooking. We're building a pipeline of more campaigns, and in the coming days and weeks, for those who get onto the platform often, you will see them. So please get onto the site, show them some love, like their campaigns, make comments. You can even chat with them. You can get on the site, you can chat with some of the creators, and if you have questions live, we would like to take those questions before we show you how you can back campaigns.
We've had from the 6 different initiatives, we had the pitches, but then I'd also want to invite each of the representative from each of the initiative to just come and share with us their experience. They are part of this call, and I'd be inviting them one by one, and in just about 1 minute, they'll share with us the experience in working with Amre Finance, how it has been. I'll start with Paradis Chilanda, all the way from Kinshasa, DRC. If you could unmute yourself and just share with us briefly how your experience has been.
Bonjour à tous de partout où vous me suivez. Je suis Paradis Chilanda, présidente de la Fondation Maman Paradis. Alors, j'ai toujours été passionnée des enfants depuis. C'est d'où m'est venue l'idée de créer la fondation afin d'aider beaucoup d'enfants dans le cadre économique, dans le cadre social, afin de leur aider à avoir un avenir plus meilleur. Alors, j'ai croisé des difficultés dans le contexte où il y a beaucoup d'enfants démunis, beaucoup d'orphelins, sans abri, sans soutien, sans scolarisation. C'est comme ça que j'ai eu à aider beaucoup d'enfants à étudier, beaucoup d'enfants avec de fonds de vivre de plusieurs domaines. Alors, depuis 2017 jusqu'à ce jour, c'est ce que je fais. J'aide les enfants à aller à l'école, je paye le frais de certains. Et voilà, jusqu'à ce jour, j'œuvre dans le social en aidant les chégués, comme on les appelle ici, les enfants de la rue, sans abri. Et le filles-mères aussi à entreprendre dans plusieurs domaines afin de subvenir aux besoins de leurs enfants. Voilà, je vous remercie.
Thank you so much, Pahadi. Merci for sharing with us your experience. We are now going to hear from Yannick, who is joining us all the way from Cameroon. He's also going to share with us his experience working with Amre Finance. Yannick, the floor is yours. Yannick, sorry, we can't hear you. Kindly check if you're unmuted.
Vous me suivez, je l'espère.
Oh, parfait.
Ok. Je suis Yannick Trésor Senké, secrétaire général de l'association de sang, cofondateur aussi avec Madame Gain Chéri Cynthia. Alors, SOS Don de sang, c'est une association à but non lucratif qui a pour mission de sensibiliser la population et de promouvoir le don de sang bénévole au Cameroun. Alors, les statistiques sont plutôt alarmantes au Cameroun. Le besoin en poche de sang est élevé à environ 400 000 poches de sang par an. Et nous n'arrivons à collecter environ juste 160 000 poches de sang. Un gap de plus de 200 000 poches de sang. Et il y a beaucoup de freins au Cameroun. Dans les mentalités, il y a beaucoup de freins, beaucoup de tabous. Les jeunes ne sont pas sensibilisés. Les jeunes ont besoin de connaître c'est quoi le don de sang. Les jeunes ne savent même pas qu'ils peuvent sauver des vies avec le don de sang. Il y a des femmes enceintes qui décèdent. Environ 20 femmes décèdent chaque jour en étant enceintes, ensuite des couches ou pendant l'accouchement. Et c'est beaucoup plus suite à cause des hémorragies. Il y a des enfants qui décèdent, il y a des drépanocytaires qui ont besoin de sang. Au Cameroun, beaucoup de personnes décèdent faute de sang parce qu'il n'y a pas assez. Pourquoi il n'y a pas assez de sang? Les populations ne sont pas sensibilisées. Les populations ne savent pas qu'elles puissent vraiment sauver d'autres personnes qui sont dans le besoin aujourd'hui. Donc,
Okay, thank you, Yannick. I think your internet rose towards the end, but we did get a bit of what you shared with us, what your experience has been. We're now going to go from Cameroon to Gabon. I'd like to invite Catherine to come share with us what her experience has been.
Hello, Fiona. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Catherine. We can hear you loud and clear. Can go ahead and share with us.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So I'm Catherine Teya from Gabon, the president and founding member of the NGO Idiano. We are here to speak about our experience with Amre Finance. I think this is a very great opportunity for us living in Africa because, you know, there are different platforms where you can raise funds, but not for the African continent. So for me, it was a great pleasure to hear that there was that kind of platform for African projects. And I'm very happy and glad to be part of this experience. I really encourage everyone who has a project to join this team, to join the platform. And I'm actually calling for all people who are following us today to sponsor us because we desperately need everyone's help. It's really not easy to raise funds in Africa. So this is a unique opportunity. And I would like to thank the entire Amre Finance team for giving us this opportunity. Thank you very much and see you soon.
Thank you so much, Catherine. Thank you indeed. Amre Finance, it's all about collaboration to drive impacts and bring forth a change. Thank you for sharing with us your experience. Now we're going to hear from Isaac. Isaac, if you could share with us as well your experience.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Je suis Isaac Kaboué, je vous parle depuis la République démocratique du Congo. Alors, parlant de mon expérience, Je suis licencié en administration des affaires et j'ai un diplôme de graduat en forage et production pétrolière. Hormis cela, j'ai aussi une formation en forage d'eau. Comme vous le savez, la République démocratique du Congo a un problème majeur en accès en eau potable. Parce que plusieurs localités n'ont pas accès à l'eau potable, étant donné que nous sommes un pays vaste et nous égorgeons plusieurs sources d'eau, environ 135 cours d'eau. Mais force est de constater que plus de 51 millions de la population n'a pas accès à l'eau potable selon les recherches des Nations Unies, de l'ONU. Et donc, ça, c'est une opportunité pour nous, en tant que groupe, un groupe des jeunes entrepreneurs. Nous nous sommes dit de nous mettre ensemble pour chercher à apporter une solution. Et me retrouver dans cette plateforme, c'est une opportunité pour nous de pouvoir recevoir quelque chose, un financement venant de vous, pour nous permettre à ce que nous puissions résoudre ces problèmes. Nous avons déjà eu à réaliser plusieurs forages dans plusieurs localités avec nos propres moyens, parce que nous nous sommes mis ensemble, nous nous sommes dit pourquoi ne pas faire quelque chose de notre côté, nous réunir avec le peu que nous avons, faire quelque chose, et c'est ce que nous avons déjà commencé à faire. Et nous avons eu à forer plus de 11 forages d'eau dans plusieurs localités, dans des villages. Mais seulement, le problème que nous rencontrons, c'est que nous avons un problème au niveau des machines, parce que certains endroits sont plus profonds, parce que nous avons déjà eu à faire des forages jusqu'à 135 mètres de profondeur, mais notre machine ne permet pas que nous puissions aller dans plus de 330 mètres de profondeur, d'où notre présence en sérieux. Et donc, j'espère que nous allons, ensemble, nous pouvons faire quelque chose, et surtout que je pense que nous sommes au bon endroit pour recevoir de vous un soutien afin de donner accès à de l'eau potable à ceux qui se retrouvent dans des difficultés d'eau. Voilà, je vous remercie.
Thank you so much, Isaac, for sharing with us your experience. We're now going to transition to hear from our last creator for the evening, Noarna Nafor. If you're with us, share with us your experience. How has it been? How have you found working with Amre Finance?
Thank you so much, everyone, for this opportunity. It's been a special gratitude. I will want to say a lot of thanks and gratitude to the Amre Finance team for giving us this opportunity as African entrepreneurs to be able to tell our little stories of what we do daily in order to impact our community. Our project currently, From Guns to Skills, has been an initiative that has been born from a personal experience when I was saved, when my life was spared by a student. And currently, the over 700 children who would have been armed soldiers at the moment, who are currently receiving vocational technical education institution, are happy to know that there is a platform like this that can give them hope of benefiting from a mini simulation workshop if backers come on board to sponsor such an initiative. Is going to really change the life of thousands of Cameroonians who are actually in an area and in an atmosphere where conflict is a daily way of life. So I want to sincerely thank Amre team for making the platform very accessible and very easy for us to navigate through. And hopefully, I know that with this little start, it's going to emerge to a very big platform that many more entrepreneurs will get on board to tell their little stories. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Noarna, for sharing with us your experience. We've had 5 out of the 6 speeches that we had today. Henrietta from Live is currently experiencing some technical challenges, so we won't be able to hear her experience, but you can still connect with all the 6 different creators impact campaigns? Yeah, that's the first question. And also the second question, so that he can be able to answer both the questions together all at once. The second question is, what is the extent of investigation to prove how sickle cell can be prevented regardless of heredity? Now we're going to hand over to Mr. Edmond to get to respond to those questions.
Thank you, Fiona. I think I'll start with the second one. The second question is kind of straightforward in a way. I think that question relates to the campaign we have on the platform, which is the the International Sickle Cell Foundation platform. Unfortunately, the founder of that campaign was not able to join us live. However, from what I can understand with the question, obviously, you know, whoever is asking the question is looking at from a preventive point of view. And I suppose when you get into social entrepreneurship, trying to solve a problem, there are usually multiple causes to the problem, and you have to pick an angle to which you have to try and solve the problem. I can say categorically that it will be impossible for that creator to be able to solve all the aspects that create, you know, sickle cell in the first place. For instance, the testings that need to happen before people decide to procreate to ensure that they don't have the kinds of genes that ultimately lead to sickle cell. I mean, I guess that's just a bit of my biology that I learned a long time ago. But once people already have sickle cell, what then can be done? And I think that's the angle from which that creator is tackling the problem, trying to create a solution that at least eases the life or the pressure people with sickle cell do face. Having been being a sickler, himself, and having been able to, I think, go through bone marrow transplant and seeing how his life has been transformed, that's why he's going back to his community and saying there are other people with this problem, and I would like to find a solution to help them. From a preventive point of view, it's more of a public health care approach, I would imagine, maybe a lot of education, things like that. So that's what I can say to that particular question. Now, on the first question, which has to do with what is the need for someone who is not a creator. Well, we have two kinds of people that we expect to be on our platform. If you are not a creator, then you are going to be a backer. Some people are both. Some people are both creators and backers. In fact, most of the creators, or all the creators on the platform, are backers, because they do spend their own personal money and resources and time on these different campaigns to try and solve the social problems in their community. So from that perspective, they're already backers. However, for someone who just comes on the platform and is not a creator, we'd expect that that person will be a backer. And what does a backer mean? A backer is someone who is passionate about solving problems in their community and is looking for people that have taken the pains to understand the problem, craft a strategy, and are trying to solve that problem. And they would then support that campaign with whatever token they have. A token could be any amount from $5, $10, whatever amount that they are willing to contribute to solve that problem. Normally, in the world of donations or aid, the first reason why you do it is altruistic. You do it out of the good of your heart. You do it because you want to give back. You do it because you recognize you've been blessed and you want to be able to give back. That's usually the primary motivation for most people to donate to charity. However, we feel that, over and above donating to charity, it's important that we have what we call a return on investment or return on charity. Basically, if I'm contributing to charity, I want to see two things. I want to see that my money is used as much as possible for the purpose for which I donated. That's what we call impact per dollar. So over and above the altruistic nature of just giving, we're trying to make sure that your money goes as far as possible. And by doing that, or how do we do that? We cut off some of the fat, we cut off some of the middlemen, we cut off some of the costs. Transferring money across the globe can be quite expensive, especially to Africa. There's a lot of transaction cost involved. There's a whole lot of administrative costs in so many different men and processes involved. So we cut all of that and we make sure that the majority of your money goes to the actual beneficiaries. We've seen those different campaigns which are trying to reach out in the different communities and how much money they need. Now, every little counts. So the more that can go to them, the better. So that's the first benefit that you get. But the second one, which is kind of in your own pocket, if you want to call it that, is the Amre. You, for every donation that you make to any campaign on the platform, you earn the Amre. And the Amre is a recognition for your charity, for your altruism. And with time, with the community growing and more people, earning a lot of the Amres, we believe that we'll be able to put together the mechanisms, whether it's partnerships, whether it's being able to exchange them for other tangible goods. It will ultimately create the dynamic where the Amre will become valuable. For some people, they'll be able to print their certificates, which show exactly how much charity they've been able to do, and that in itself is a reward. Some of those rewards can actually become as valuable as fine arts, so their certificate can become that valuable in future, and that can be a benefit as well. The Amre itself can generate an increased value, and ultimately that would be an asset that you would keep for yourself. So that would be the kinds of benefits that you'll be looking at as a backer when you get onto the Amre Finance platform. And we contrast that with a lot of other, crowdfunding platforms that are out there, which just expect you to come in and be able to donate. And the final benefit that you get is that you benefit from the wisdom of the crowd. Now, what does this mean? It means that if you are sitting on your own and trying to find the right campaign to back, chances are it's difficult because you don't have the tools to understand the different risks and issues involved in solving that problem. However, if you see 1,000 people backing the same campaign, that means that entrepreneur is doing something right. That's what we call wisdom of the crowd, and we believe that's an additional benefit that you get for being a backer. So those are all the different kinds of benefits that you get for being a backer on our platform. I hope that answers the question. Fiona.
Thank you so much, Mr. Edmond, for just answering those questions and telling us more about it. We'll come back to you shortly to just get to understand what is the call to action. What do you want us leaving today with? You'll get to share that in your closing remarks. As you've seen, as you've heard, as you've witnessed and experienced yourself from the different creators, these are not businesses. These are change agents committed to solving real-world problems. And here at Amre Finance, we believe in the power of collaboration, and we are inviting you to join us in supporting these incredible entrepreneurs. Thank you for all of you who've been part of this live session. We are now going to see how to back a campaign. As Mr. Edmond has shared, any coin you have, anything can be contributed to bring change in this world. So we're now going to play a video so that you can be able to see step by step how can you be part of this journey.
Hi there. Thank you for coming on to the Amre Finance platform. We're very excited to have you on our platform. We believe that if you're on the platform today, it's because you've heard some good things about Amre Finance and what we are looking to do. And just as a reminder, as a potential backer, what are some of the things you can expect on the platform? Well, first of all, you will be able to get to back impact campaigns that will create impact in Africa. Secondly, you will be able to earn some return on charity. So how do you go about that? Well, the first step on the platform is to register. So once you're on the platform on www.amrefinance.com, you on the top right hand side you register for the first time. When you click on register, it will ask you for your email address, and you need to create a password. Once you do that, you will get a link sent onto that email address, which you need to verify and activate. So you click on the link within your email, your account. Once you've done that, you can come back onto the site and you can then sign in. To sign in, you put in your email address, the same email address that you used for the creation of your account. So I'm putting mine. And the password. Okay, so once you log in successfully, you will then be able to back campaigns. So you can go then on to campaigns, all campaigns, and you can view the campaigns that are already on the platform that are all looking to raise some funds. If you want to see more information about each campaign, you can click on the video of the campaign or the picture of the campaign, and it will take you to a section with full details about the campaign. You can read through the story of the campaign, the funding goals, the amount they are looking to raise, and why they need that more, the idea, the problem, what they are looking to solve, how they are looking to solve it, their strategy, their theory of change. And it gives you specific details that we believe any backer would want to know before deciding on which campaign to back. Once you've done that, or if you don't have enough time to read through the write-up, you may also listen to the campaign video. So if you click on the campaign video, you can watch, and you can also get the ideas on why that campaign is important. So you can look through as many campaigns as you want, and once you've decided on which campaign you want to back, there are a few things you can do with that campaign. One, you could like a campaign, so you could like a campaign and not necessarily back it. Two, you can chat with the creator using a chat feature here if you need more information about the campaign. Number three, hopefully the most important, you can back the campaign. To back the campaign, you simply click on back campaign, which takes you then to the page where you put the amount. You can choose any of the recorded amounts, or you can put your own amount, and you can choose to back a campaign anonymously. If you want to do so, you can click back a campaign anonymously, or if you don't want the Amre tokens, you can also reject the Amre tokens. Once you put the amount that you want to back the campaign, you then continue, and it will take you then to a third-party payment gateway have the choice of either choosing any of the payment gateways that have been awarded, and you'll be able to proceed with your payments. So you can follow the prompts, and you can back the campaign. Once you've backed the campaign, there are other things you can do on the platform when you come back on. You can either view your report, and so to do that, you click on your report, and it will take you to this section of the platform which gives you different options. You can read a lot about the key facts about the Amre token. That's something that I believe is very important. So you can take some time to read through the key facts of the Amre token. You can look at what you've already accumulated as Amre tokens. You can generate your Amre certificate. You can transfer your Amre to other people. You can update your profile to include other information. Most importantly, you can refer Amre Finance to other backers by copying this link here, and you can send that through the social media pages. If you have any other question around this, please feel free to reach out to our support team. And we also have the option where you can chat directly with anyone on the back end for any other questions that you may ask. We also have our blog, which you can go on to read a lot more articles around Amre Finance and what we're trying to achieve. Thank you so much for coming onto the platform, and we hope that you would create a lot of impact with us, and we're going to transform Africa.
There you have it. There you have it. You can actually follow the link right now. It has been shared on right here on the chat box that will take you direct to the campaigns, and you can be able to donate now to the different 6 initiatives that we have. Collective, we can make a difference, whether in agribusiness, technology, health, education. Really, Amre Finance mission is to support entrepreneurs at every stage of their journey, and you can be part of this. Now, to close this very eventful session that we've had, I'd like to invite the CEO and co-founder of Amre Finance to just give us the key takeaways, to tell us what are the call to action. And as he gets ready to take on the closing remarks, there's a question that has come in. He can also address it. The question is, can Amre Finance not fund common initiative groups? Mr. Edmond, over to you.
Thank you so much, Sonia. The question is a very straightforward one. Yes, we can certainly finance common initiative groups. The idea of common initiative groups is just a collective of people who come together to try and solve a particular problem. I think the term common initiative group is mostly used in Cameroon in particular, and so it's just a form of a juristic person which still brings people together to try and solve a problem within their community. So it's certainly we can be able to fund common initiative groups. Now to the closing remarks, I just want to say, first of all, thank you to everyone on the team. Thank you to the Amre Finance team. We have an amazing set of men and women who have been working tirelessly to bring this concept to life, to translate a simple idea. It sounds like a very simple idea, but to translate technology that putting together all the elements that make it possible for you to go online and be able to see it and ultimately back it, and money leaves your account and goes to the creator of that campaign. It's not an easy feat at all. It's taken months and months and months of work, putting together the different elements, putting the technology, the blockchain element to it, the front end side of things, the technology team has worked at, interacting with creators, getting them to understand the process, ultimately get them to onboard, getting them to prepare their videos, getting them to really fine-tune their pitches. It's been an enormous amount of work, and I really just want to say thank you to the team for that amazing work, and for the CSR team, and Fiona as well, the marketing team. You guys have done an amazing job to put this event together in a very short space of time, to try and make sure we put this idea out there for a lot of people to know what we've been working on. In terms of key take-homes, I think one of the first one is that we as Africans in particular, we have to bring back that our spirit of community. We've been scattered around, and it's important that we bring back the spirit of community, and one way to do that is to leverage technology, which is what we're doing to bring us together, which has always been the African spirit, to be able to help to be able to solve the problems that we have in our community. And in so doing, we should be able to reward those who do good. So the idea of creating the most rewarding financial community is to create that very community that helps one another, but also supports one another and benefits from one another. So that's one of the principal objectives of the Amre Finance platform. One of our strategic objectives is to ensure that all the creators who have taken this first, who have actually been bold enough to put their campaigns on the platform, because believe me, it takes some boldness to do that. We want all of those campaigns to be funded, fully funded, within the next 90 days. Why 90 days? Because we have planned a physical launch, which is going to be happening in Kigali on the 21st of December, 2024. And we want to be able to hand the checks to all of those creators who have, taken that first step to trust and believe in this process and put their feet forward. So we want to be able to do that. To do that, we are going to require the crowd. We're going to require all of you. We're going to require everyone who has heard about this to do quite a few things. Number one, you need to register. You need to create your accounts on the platform. And please, when you do create your account, don't forget to activate it. We're seeing people that are creating accounts, but they don't activate it. So please do create your accounts. And once you've created your account, take some time to read through the stories on the platform to understand more about the different campaigns. Read particularly their strategy, their team. Look at these different elements that, convince you that a particular campaign will be able to address the problem. The idea is that you pick and choose which one you want to back. If you can back all of them, absolutely amazing. But do back the ones that resonate with you, the ones that connect with you. Go ahead and back them, and like them, encourage them just by liking them or sending them a comment. Chatting with these creators, would make them know that indeed they are doing something amazing, and it will continue to encourage them. So support is not just financial, support is also psychological, support is also emotional. So reach out to these creators, refer their campaigns, talk to people to come on, talk to people in your network to come onto this platform and create accounts and interact with these creators. Join our different social media handles, Facebook, LinkedIn. We have a YouTube channel. We are on X, and we'll be creating more platforms which you can interact. We have a WhatsApp group as well, where we have an Amre Finance community. Join the community. There is a lot of interaction happening. One of the things we're doing is we're able to connect like-minded creators. We've seen creators that are doing things similar in different countries, and we put them together, and they're able to exchange ideas, and they're able to exchange notes, and ultimately create better campaigns to solve the problems within their community. Ultimately, the goal is that we have to have this huge community of backers who will be able to ensure that these different campaigns meet their objectives. So on our side, as a team, what we will be doing is, this is platform 2.0. There's still some work to be done on the platform. There's some improvement. Need to increase, for instance, number of payment options that you can have to ensure that people in different countries can use mobile, for instance, to pay, or can use PayPal, can use Stripe, or the different payment platforms. We're constantly working with different partners to try and integrate as many of these ones as possible. Obviously, we need to improve on the look and feel of the platform. We're getting feedback from you guys, and we incorporate some of those feedback, the interaction you can have, and we should be able to ensure that ultimately we create a platform that will really be able to meet the needs. In the startup environment, you typically function in a garage environment. So the team behind Amre Finance itself created its time, its resources to be able to create a platform like this, to transform the ideas, vision, the strategy, the risk mitigation strategies, and everything put in place to ensure that ultimately we solve some of the key challenges that you can find when you create a platform like this. As with most things, when it has to do with the crowd, there could be situations where, not people with not necessarily the best intentions, maybe, potential scammers and fraudsters could target, a platform like this. We have strategies in place to ensure that that's not the case. We have strategies to make sure that campaign creators ultimately use the funds for what they have planned to do. And we have a blockchain technology behind the scene that ensures that for backers, your Amre tokens, your certificates actually cannot be altered, cannot be tampered with, and it is essentially very secure. So we are looking forward to the interactions that is going to be happening on our different social media platforms. We will be onboarding more and more campaigns on the platform as they go in that process. And our theory of change, which is simple. Our theory of change is that as the tokens or the Amre get more and more valuable, we will be able to increase the amount that you need to earn each of those Amres. And in so doing, that will increase the flow of money that goes to impact campaigns in Africa. And ultimately, that is how we would create return on charity. So thank you so much to everyone who have been online. We've tried to keep it, within a certain time frame, knowing that 2 hours is potentially the ideal time for most people to be online. And we are so grateful for everyone who connected from the different parts of the world. And we are looking forward to more engagements. Together, let's just do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Edmond. Together, let's just do it. We can do it. Let's all click on the link that has been shared here on the comment section. Let's go to amrefinance.com/campaigns. Let's donate. The target is to finance all the 6 initiatives within 90 days. And we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We've all had from the different pitches. This is what we need to drive Africa forward, to even create economic development, sustainable economic development within the African continent. So once again, thank you all for joining us during this live session. This marks the end of this session. Thank you all. Have a good evening, have a good day, and stay well.